Welcome to Grammy's Book Nook. Today's story is The Big Eclipse, August 21st, 2017, by Nancy Coffelt. It's a sunny morning at the beach in Oregon, but it's about to get dark. The moon is starting to block the sun. Here comes the shadow of a solar eclipse. For more, let's go to our eye in the sky. A total solar eclipse is racing over the Pacific at more than 3 times the speed of sound. Prepare for totality of 1 minute 58 seconds beginning at 10:15:50 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time sharp. Ready for totality? Totally. A total solar eclipse begins with first contact, when the moon looks like it's touching the sun. Next is the partial eclipse phase. The moon begins covering the sun, and it looks like it's taking a bite out of it. Soon, the moon completely blocks the sun from view and casts a shadow on the earth, a phase called totality. After totality comes a partial eclipse phase once again. I'm confused. The moon is much smaller than the sun. How can the moon's shadow block the sun completely? Imagine someone is ready to take your photo. Then imagine that I fly in between you and the camera. Because I would be closer, I'd appear larger, and the photo would be of me, not a big hippo. Be wise. Protect your eyes. We're following the total eclipse heading east across the United States. Even though the path of totality won't cross every state, many of you will experience a partial eclipse where you live. That means wearing protective eyewear if you want to look at the sun. Protect your eyes. When looking directly at the sun, even during an eclipse, you'll need to protect your eyes. Sunglasses will not do the job. Totality and protective eyewear. The only time protective eyewear may be removed is during totality. You'll need to learn the exact time totality starts and ends in your area. On Eclipse Day, pick a timekeeper to shout out the exact time totality begins. Only then can you safely remove your eclipse glasses. Put your glasses back on when totality ends. How to stay safe. Wear your special eclipse glasses. Find online or in gift shops. Wear welder's goggles with lens glass rated 14 or higher. Make a pinhole projector, an easy and fun project. Cover the lenses of binoculars, telescopes, or cameras with solar filters. Place the filter on the front, not on the back where you place your eye. This is the first solar eclipse to cross the United States from coast to coast since 1918, and about 12 million people live right in the path of totality. Around 500 million people in North America will see a partial eclipse, unless they take a short trip to see totality. Look at all the visitors from around the world here to view the big eclipse too. Eclipse myths. In early times, people were often frightened by the eclipses because they didn't understand how they worked. They invented fantastical tales to explain them. In Vietnam, a legend told of a frog devouring the sun. In Korea, it was thought that fire dogs chase the sun until it was captured and eaten. In one Viking fable, a wolf named Skall hunted down the sun god Sol. The Chinese made loud noises to scare away the dragon they thought had swallowed the sun. In the far north, eclipses aren't frightening. The Inuit tell a legend about Anangan, the moon god, and his sister, the sun goddess Malina. After a quarrel, Malina ran away. Her brother followed, finally catching up and causing an eclipse. The Eskimos, Aleuts, and Tlingit believe that an eclipse allows the sun to leave the sky and make sure things are all right on Earth. Hooray! We're in totality, the only safe time to remove our eclipse glasses. The moon now completely covers the sun. The sky is a deep, dark blue. It almost feels like nighttime. Strange eclipse effects. In the moments before totality, the sky darkens and the temperature may drop several degrees. Shadows sharpen and faint shadows called shadow bands ripple across the ground. Right before totality, you may see Bailey's beads appear, bright dots of light that are the sun's rays shining between the moon's mountains, followed by a huge flash of light, the diamond ring effect. Careful! Keep your eclipse glasses on until the diamond ring disappears and totality begins. The only safe time to view a total solar eclipse without eye protection is during totality. Once the sky is dark, you can remove your glasses, but put them back on when it starts to get bright. Now that is the biggest diamond ring I have ever seen. Eclipses and Animals. As the sky darkens before an eclipse, birds become quieter and quieter. Crickets will begin chirping, thinking it's nighttime. During a solar eclipse in June 2001, researchers in Zimbabwe observed a herd of hippos resting on a sandbar on the Zambezi River. As the sky darkened, the spooked hippos got up and made for the river, where they usually looked for food at dinner time. But when the light returned, the hippos stopped abruptly and appeared confused, a state they were in for the rest of the day. Eye in the Sky, reporting from McClellanville, South Carolina, the last point on land in the United States to experience totality. And now the shadow is racing off to sea again, this time over the Atlantic. It will continue its journey for another hour and 15 minutes before leaving Earth. It's been 1 hour and 33 minutes, 3.6 seconds, and we've crossed the whole country. How old will you be when the next big eclipse happens? Totally old. How old will you be? See you on April 8th, 2024 at the next North American solar eclipse. Awesome! Thank you for visiting Grammy's Book Nook. To get more information for this book, check the description box below. Be sure to thumbs up this video. Click the subscribe button for the latest videos on Grammy's Book Nook.